As of now, from the previous video, we have gone through the steps to create a Hibernate project. First, we'll create a project in Eclipse and then import the Hibernate jars in that. And next, the created model class, entity class. So it is the student class which we have created, and we have configured the hibernate.cfg.xml, which is the hibernate config file. Fifth step is to create a method to do the basic operation, like save the transaction to the database. So let's check inside what is happening in the method which we are going to create to save an object to database. The first thing we have to do in the main method is we have to create the session factory. Actually, session factory is the info about the DB and other Hibernate configuration. It's actually an object of the Hibernate config class, a sort of object of Hibernate config class which contain all the details of the Hibernate configuration. So it's a heavyweight object. So please use this carefully, because it is gonna take a lot of resources of your Hibernate project. And next step is create the session from the session factory. So actually, if you are opening a session from the session factory, it is internally opening a connection to the DB, so further operation can be done after that. So the third step is create a logical transaction. A logical transaction is needed for any basic operation like insert, update, delete operation using Hibernate. So you need to open a logical transaction. I'll show you how to. And for self operation, you don't need any logical transaction. And the fourth step is insert the object to the DB using Hibernate by calling the save method. So you can pass your object of your student class or your entity class to save method to do the transaction to the to persist the data to the table. And the final step is commit and close the session and close session factory. If you close the session, your all things is done. I mean, your all operations is done logically. So you should take care to close the object and the session factory. So we are all set to create our main method. So I'm going to create a class. The name of the class I'm giving store data. So inside that I'm going to create a main method. Okay, now inside, as we told, the first step we have to do is to create the session factory. Okay, now we have created a session factory object. So from there we have to open a session object. So let's import it from org.hibernate open session. So we have opened a session. Now we have to create a logical transaction, the third step. So the syntax is transaction. Okay, now we are all set for creating an object of the student class, which we have to pass to the session object to persist or save in the database. So first I'm going to create a student object here. Okay, I have created a student object. Now I'm setting a name and an ID. Set student ID as 1 and set student name as John. Okay, now we have to persist this. So with we have to use the session.save object. In the inside the object, we have to pass student1. Then we have to commit the transaction, as I told. Session dot get transaction dot commit. We have to commit the transaction, and then mine to close the session and session factory. Okay, so we have created all the things. We have followed the step which I told just before. Open the session factory, open the session, begin transaction, and save the object, and the transaction, commit the transaction, and the close the session. Now I'll show you in the config file we have set our database as testdb. So I'm showing here This is my GUI of a MySQL client good for Windows. I have given the in the link in the description how to use this. Okay, I have my test DB here, which is not having any tables. Now let's try running our program. So I'm selecting run as Java application. Let's see what is the uh, output commits. Oops, it's getting an error here. It's saying exception in mail hibernate.cfg.xml not found. XML not found. Yes, it should be in the SRC, not in the model class. Okay, now let's try again. It's saying JDBC driver class not for MySQL driver. Okay, we have forgot to add the MySQL driver in our project. Let me add that. Go to build path, configure build path in the external jars. Navigate to your MySQL jar file. I'll give the link in the description to access directly. Okay, I have added my MySQL jar here. Now click OK. Now let's try running again. Yes, we have executed our first query in our Hibernate to insert a data. See, it's saying insert a student name, address, student ID. So we have not set any address here. So anyway, it's run the query without that. So let's check the database here. Let me refresh it. Okay, the student table is automatically created. So this is what the Hibernate magic does. The see the values here, student ID and the name, student name and address. So as I told, this Hibernate magic, it will create automatically all the tables which are in need. You don't have to take care of the database things. So in configure XML, I have set a property like HBM to DDL to auto. Say it is set as create. So each time we run the Java save, I mean this save operation, each time it run, it will create new schema. Let's try changing the name here and say as execute it. Let's see the database. Oops, the previous value is gone. Now it's changed to Genu here. So that's why I'm told each time you are running the program, it will change the schema. I mean, it will reset the schema and drop all the tables. And if it is set as create, so this is what Hibernate does. So I'll explain in deep in the next tutorial what that each property is belonging to and what it means. So I'll share the code of our first project in the description. You can have it, and if you have any doubt in this, please comment below. I'll be helping you, and please like and subscribe for my videos, and thanks for watching.